Mostert's comments on the Niners. This one, I mean, I kind of tend to agree. What he basically said was the 49ers, they when he opted to have season-ending surgery last season, the Niners were not happy about that decision. And then he also said it's nice to have a quarterback who can sling the ball, and we have a way better talented roster than the 49ers do. But then he came out later and said, I wasn't taking direct shots at Jimmy Garoppolo. It's just the story Tua's story is so cool. So he was kind of trying to cover his ass, would I say? And that's why, I don't know. Do you agree with these statements?
I think it was a mistake for him to say this.
Yeah.
Because he should be a local legend. He should be the kind of guy who eats for free in San Francisco. He went for 220 and 4 touchdowns in the NFC Championship game. Jimmy's never done anything that great, and everyone loves Jimmy. Everyone should love Raheem Mostert here. He should have a standing ovation anytime he goes anywhere in the Bay Area, but now people hate him. And he said this because it really came across like he's bitter that the Niners didn't want him anymore. And it's fair. You're an athlete. You have pride and you have a chip on your shoulder. Don't say it publicly. You know what I mean? Basically, he was saying, they didn't want me this offseason because I didn't play last year. And, we had a disagreement about that. And I stand by my decision. And the Dolphins welcomed me with open arms. And now I love the Dolphins and I hate the Niners. We get that. And that's totally normal. But I don't think it's smart to say it because now you just alienated an entire fan base that should love you for life. But hey, that's your choice. That's your choice. I guess the Dolphins like you now, so whatever.
My thing is I don't think it was right for him to say, but was it true? I believe so. I mean, the story that he said that Tua has a great story. That's true. I mean, Tua, after breaking his hip, then coming into the draft for being was doubted by a lot of people said he was a bust. So that's very true. Was his statements true? I think they partly were true. But like you said, I definitely think that it definitely makes you the owners are a little bit more salty towards you. Now you're insulting their fan base. And I mean, if you're the Dolphins,
he comes across as bitter.
Who's to say that when he leaves your fan base that he won't do that to you? So
he comes across as bitter because he's like, the Niners are really heartless, basically. He's assuming he's insinuating that they don't care about their players and they push them back before they're ready. And now he's on a great team like the Dolphins. Everyone's like, we all saw what happened with Tua. What are you talking about? So it just feels like he has a personal, not vendetta against the Niners, but a history with the Niners. And he's, airing it out. And so it's true for him. And I take it seriously, but I'd like to hear more players corroborate Raheem Mostert's stance because he does have an axe to grind, which I would too. In that situation.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
True. Well, real quick before we leave you guys, just to get a few more comments in here. I apologize. Usually I read everyone's comments, but we had a special guest. We had a lot of topics to get through, and he's a busy man, so we have to let it go. I could see both the 49ers and Finns both rest up key players. I predicted this game would be a tie. The rest of the season matters more to each team. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. A tie, that's a
tie. Bet on it.
Yeah, you'd get a lot of money if you bet that. And it came true. The issue with the defense is that they don't have Byron Jones and are down to the third to fourth backup cornerback. That matters a lot. The linebackers have to constantly drop back to cover the pass.
But hold on, the Niners don't have Mosley. And the last month, they haven't really faced a team with two wide receivers who can hurt you. Like they faced who they face? They faced the Chiefs, got eviscerated. Then they faced the Rams, who have one wide receiver. Then they faced the Chargers, who have no wide receivers. Then they faced the Cardinals, who have one wide receiver, and Dortch. Dortch is okay, but really, I mean, come on. And then
and Marquise Brown wasn't even playing that game.
Wasn't even playing. And then last week they faced, they did a good job against Olave, but that was, one guy. So This is now they have someone who can really, whether it's Waddle or Hill, whoever's on Diamador or Lenore, let's see what you got, buddy. Nothing against Diamador. I don't even call him buddy, but it's like, let's see what you got, because he hasn't really been tested yet.
I could see this game coming down to who scores the most. And I just don't know if this offense is explosive enough to put up 30 points. So,
I mean, they've been able to do it against teams in their division and the Panthers. Otherwise, I mean, they put up 10 against the Chiefs. How many? 13 against Denver.
21 Chiefs, but 10 was it 7 and 10 in the first half?
Yeah. Was it 22 against the Chargers, 13 against the Saints, 14 against the Falcons? Like, they've had some crazy head scratching performances. And they're like, well, we were inside the 5-yard line 10 times. It was like, yeah, but you had 7 points. Like, what happened?
Yeah. Red zone offense is going to be key for them in this game. And also, please, I don't know what it is, but get McGlinchey or somebody. I do not want to see McGlinchey out there again. That guy is freaking trash.
We've been saying that for like 8 years. But, the Niners keep telling us that he's better than we think. Hey, what do we know?